10 years ago, when Michael Brown was murdered in Ferguson, and the Ferguson uprising happened here in the region, I came up with a hashtag called Strike for Black Lives. And in general, it was a call for a one-day withdrawal of labor for police reform. Well, after having 10 years to revise it and refine it and think about it, I now see that the general strike should happen in stages while the rest of us pay the wages of the people who are striking, specifically the professions. So part one of the strike, which its prime demands would be immediate ceasefire in Palestine, and speaking of ceasefire and firearms, immediately banning assault weapons into the hands of civilians in the U.S. I have a 16-year-old daughter who goes to a predominantly white high school. It is literally the avatar for a school shooting. And the way that we've made peace with children dying every week is insane. So anyway, back to this strike. The first people to strike will be the teachers. The rest of us, everyone who's put hashtag Free Palestine, hashtag From the River to the Sea, would pay $10 a month, just like a streaming service, in order to keep them paid, to put pressure on Congress, even if they're at home on holiday, to come back into a special session. If that doesn't work in 2 weeks, we add nannies, au pairs, and child caregivers, right? And this is just in D.C., just in Washington, D.C., just among the elected officials, to make their lives even harder, put pressure on their lives. If that doesn't work in 2 weeks, we add the nurses and the CNAs. Yeah. So we 6 weeks in, we've gotten teachers out of the classroom and shut this Washington, D.C. down with that. We've added nannies, au pairs, and baby caregivers. So we shut it down with that. And then if they still playing in our faces, then we move to the nurses. And by the way, all of us are keeping them paid. The rest of us who don't live in DC, we're on our $10 a month debit. They're receiving their same wages, right? So if that doesn't work and we're at 6 weeks, by the 8th week, we need a total city shutdown. And I just don't see it not working. General strike.